And so, can we begin with Baba's presentation? Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Babar Shazad, and I'm a PhD scholar in Hyderabad Medical University. We are investigating to eliminate zinc deficiency in rural community in Pakistan. Our study have nice and long title, a randomized controlled trial to examine the effect of consuming flour made from biofortified wheat on the zinc status of women living in a rural community in Pakistan. We shortly called Dietary to our study. Zinc deficiency is a global problem, particularly in low and middle income countries. According to the recent National Nutrition Survey in Pakistan, over 40% of women are zinc deficient. Zinc deficiency increases the risk of stunted growth and development, susceptibility to infection, complication during pregnancy, and childbirth. Current strategy for zinc deficiency are supplementation and fortification. But these are quite expensive and limited access to most vulnerable community as well. So biofortification of staple crop has potential as a sustainable means of increasing population dietary zinc intake. Appropriate biomarker of zinc status is still debatable. The most recent data on the potential useful biomarkers support the further investigation of hair zinc concentration indices of neurological function, particularly those assessing memory and attention. Of the emerging biomarkers, the measurement of DNA integrity and the expression of zinc transport potential look promising. The primary objective of this study is to measure the impact of consuming flour made from biofortified wheat recently released in Pakistan on dietary zinc intake and biomarker of zinc status in low resources setting in Pakistan. So we conduct a double-blind randomized controlled trial in a rural brickland community in Pakistan, Peshawar district, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, which is situated in northwest Pakistan. We randomly select 50 households. Each household included female aged 16 to 45 years, which is non-pregnant, non-lactating. This was a 5-month trial, which is conducted during October 2017 to February 2018. So it is a double-blind randomized controlled trial. It's divided into 3 phases. The top phase, which is yellow in color, is the baseline, which is 2 weeks long. At baseline, we provide the control flour to the community. After baseline, we divided community in 2 groups. Each group have 25 households. In the last 8 weeks intervention period, Group A received biofortified flour and Group B received control flour. In second 8-week intervention period, Group A and Group B crossed over and received control flour respectively. Venous blood samples were collected from each participant at 5 time points: end of baseline, mid and end of phase 1, and mid and end of phase 2. Samples were centrifuged and plasma aliquot were frozen at -20. Then samples were shipped on dry ice to University of Nottingham, where plasma zinc concentration were measured. We measured the following biomarker for zinc status. Obviously, plasma zinc status. We measured plasma zinc status, hair and nail zinc status. We also performed dark adaptometry, and we also measured the inflammatory biomarkers such as CRP and AGP. We also measured vitamin A and iron, ferritin, transferrin, and HB were also measured. So our study participant had also low dietary zinc intake according to the International Zinc Nutrition Consultative Group and UK reference nutrient intake. Mean dietary intake at baseline were 6.4 milligram per day, with the standard deviation of 3.8. The International Zinc Nutrition Consultative Group recommended daily intake for zinc from low bioavailability diet is 9 milligram per day for adult women. And our study population, 80% of the study participants consume less than 9 milligram per day. The UK reference nutrient intake for zinc is 7 milligram per adult woman. And our study participants have 70% of study participants consume less than 7 milligram per day. So the mean plasma zinc concentration at baseline was 696.5 microgram per dl with a standard deviation of 117.9. And the International Zinc Nutrition Consultative Group have cut off for zinc deficiency 660 microgram per liter for adult women, non-pregnant, non-lactating. And our study participants have 30% of the study participants had plasma zinc concentration less than 660 microgram. So our study participants are also zinc deficient in baseline. The statistic shows that there was a significant difference between time point 4 and 5. Time point 4 and 5. Plasma zinc concentration fell toward the end of phase 2 when the participants were consumed the control file. And the group 2. The statistics showed that there was a significant increase between the time point 2 and time point 4. When the group moved from the control to the biofortified zone. However, this increase was not sustained by the end of phase 2. It is hard to draw the clear conclusion for these data. We will investigate this further in basic 2 with a larger intervention period and a longer sample size as well. This is the correlation between inflammatory biomarkers and plasma zinc. So the possible conclusion for our study is women in this community were likely to be zinc deficient at baseline. There were not significant changes in plasma zinc concentration in response to the small changes in dietary zinc intake. There was no correlation with inflammatory biomarker, therefore the correlation for inflammation is suggested in the literature is not required. We are waiting for outcome of remaining biomarkers. Bioavailability is a big issue, and we will investigate this further in basic. We have this amazing research team. We are in collaboration with a number of colleagues from UK as well as in Pakistan. Professor Nicola Louis is leading this research team. This study is funded by BC SRC UK through the Global Challenges Research Fund Program GCRF. So thank you for listening.